Hi and welcome to Motorcycles UK, coming at you live from Motorcycle Live. My name's Darren Neal and this
is Chris Waldron.
It's Chris's first time on video. I've let him loose on the camera this time, so bear with us. We're going to take you around the show, show you the highlights, our best bits, the worst bits, all of it really. We'll see you later. So hi, Chris and I have just come back from Motorcycle Live, and it's our first Motorcycle Live probably for 3 years. I know there wasn't one last year, and the last actual Motorcycle Live was 2019, but I don't think we went in 2019, so 2018 would have been our last one. And we'd normally go with the manufacturers for various meetings and conferences and stuff, but it's our first one as punters for a very, very, very long time.
Punters on a free rein.
Yeah, absolutely, to do whatever we like and talk to everyone, which is brilliant. While we were walking around, we saw a sign that said something about let's drink beer and talk shite. So here we are, back to the hotel bar to give you our view on the show.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And talking shite.
And talk some, exactly. So I mean, it was a well-supported show, I think, Chris. I think it was most of the manufacturers there, a couple of absences.
Notably Yamaha and PVG Group. Understand why, as you were saying earlier, investment versus return. I mean, it's a strange time, but great. Loads of people, a full event, and a good feeling to it. Nice to see people about.
Yeah, it was a nice vibe, wasn't it? Nice atmosphere, and I think there was more people there than certainly I was expecting to see. That's for sure.
Yeah.
As I say, disappointed Yamaha and Piaggio weren't there, but I understand why completely. It was great to see the return of some old British names coming back there, notably BSA. And Norton, of course, being reborn again. But the BSAs I thought looked really smart.
They did.
Certainly a great alternative to like a Royal Enfield. I would suggest, and only had the gold star there that we could see.
They look quality as well, though. I mean, the casings were finished well, the paintwork. I remember in the early days with Enfield, you'd run your finger along the bottom of the fuel tank and it'd been cut with tin snips. And these hadn't. These were very, very well finished bikes.
They did look really nice, didn't they? And Norton, they've still got the range as was at the moment. Obviously, recent takeover. I think it's Tata trucks that have taken them over. But still stunning looking bikes. Particularly, I thought that the naked bike. I'm afraid the name of it now escapes me. I think it's a V4.
I've got a picture
CR.
here.
I'm going to say it's a V4 CR.
Yeah, I think it was.
But what a fantastic looking thing that was. Absolute stunner. And a V4 engine, you can't go wrong, can you? Got to love the sound of a V4. One thing that did tickle us a little bit as former Zero dealers was the Zero police bike. I mean, if you ever find yourself being chased by the Zero police bike, I can tell you, there it is. I can tell you the best thing to do is just keep going.
On a cold day?
On a cold day, after about 25 miles, that's going to stop. It's going to run out of battery, I can tell you.
Yeah,
it's going to take 4 hours to charge.
Don't panic, just keep going.
Just keep going.
Although we don't condone speeding, of course.
Don't speed, obviously, in the first place.
No.
So, I mean, I thought one of the best things we saw there, I thought, Chris, I don't know about you probably agree, but it was because we're both of an age, was the timeline for the Fireblade.
Yeah, stunning, yeah.
So, I mean, as well as the brand new Fireblade, which looks absolutely brilliant, and I thought the red, white and blue paint job was a fantastic retro paint job. Absolutely brilliant, they're fantastic. But they had a timeline of every single Fireblade. And the good news is we've got 3 of them in stock at the moment, so you can buy one of these bikes. But they're from 1992, I guess, all the way through to the current model. And it was a stunning thing that was. So if you are coming to the show, then do make sure you check that out. It's tucked away at the back of the Honda stand. So
it's quite well hidden.
It was quite well
hidden. Check it out. Yeah.
But do make sure you check that out, because that's a real sort of nostalgia fest. Because I mean, I don't know about you, but Fireblade was an iconic bike for me.
Same.
It was riding in the 90s.
I've crashed a few.
Yes, you certainly have. Yeah, me too. Actually, me too. Yeah, we both crashed a few blades. So we went, obviously Suzuki, and the Suzuki had their new GSX GT, which actually looks like a credible alternative to the Z1000 SX Kawasaki, which has of course been dominant.
No, it really struck me as a contender for that, and the Ninja, the Ninja range, and with the luggage, all the bits and pieces in blue, and of course, only Suzuki know how to put red calipers
Obviously,
on a blue bike. It looks fantastic. Yeah,
red calipers. They're always faster. Anything with red calipers is faster. You know that. But I think that's really good. Because the biggest problem with the old GSX-S was that you couldn't have panniers on it. And obviously they've addressed that, which I think is really good, really important. And I think the other thing on the Suzuki stand, and here we are again showing our age, was the race bikes.
Oh yes.
The two strokes. You had Kenny Roberts Jr., championship winning bike. Obviously Kevin Schwantz, an absolute hero of mine. They had one of his bikes on there as well. Barry Sheen, obviously, one of his Suzuki's there, and of course Juan Mir's World Championship winning bike from last year as well, more recently. Well, I think it's fantastic to see his old racing machines. Unfortunately, they didn't fire any up, but I think probably the last thing you want in the worldwide pandemic is a load of people coughing because somebody's fired up a load of two-stroke
and lungs exploding. But yeah, lovely. It was a Mint RG250 Gamma, the 500cc.
Oh yeah, the road bikes as well.
Stunning.
Absolutely,
Stunning.
Yeah, I nearly forgot about those. Little RGB 250. Which I remember very well. Two of those, which I kept.
But as we came in, also in that era, as we can't help ourselves, apologies, but the LC350. Which was one of Neil Hodgson's bikes. He's got it on display there. Only £15,000.
Bargain. Yeah.
Snap that up.
I think he might not be very happy with the Neil there, because I think it was 16.
Oh, okay. No discount given. No.
But it was beautiful though. Yeah, white
lovely.
And blue, two-tone blue and white. With the classic Yamaha colour scheme. Absolutely stunning thing. Yeah, superb.
Yeah.
We saw a load of people we knew. Most of which we saw on the Ducati stand, and of course Ducati and the V2 Street Fighter, which looks absolutely fantastic with that twin-cylinder engine. Obviously done the Panigale V2 for a couple of years now, and they've just decided to put that in the Street Fighter, which I think will make a fantastic bike. Don't like you, Chris?
No, it did. It, absolutely gorgeous, and I think also the Pikes Peak, V4 Multi, hell of a beast.
Yeah. Who doesn't need a massively powerful four-cylinder adventure bike?
Yeah, what could go wrong? No, it looks great. But yeah, nice tight range. I think they had problems apparently. They wanted to bring the new Panigale V4, one of the new models, derivatives, and they got stopped at customs. They wouldn't let them through, so there's no V4
So if
Panigale.
you're hoping to see the brand new Panigale V4, then I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, it's in customs.
But still worth seeing the stand. It's a great stand.
Yeah, indeed. Sorry, referencing the pictures so I can prompt myself.
So yeah, Chris is just took the pictures out so we know what to talk about.
Yeah,
it's been a long day, and we may have had a couple of beers at the show as well.
Only two.
Yeah.
But it was nice also, the Black Horse stand, seeing Jamie Whittam
interviewing
the Lowe's.
Yeah,
and he's such a character, and he's done a few events for us in the past, hasn't he?
He has, in a previous life.
Pulled a massive audience, but he's such a down-to-earth guy. Great to hear his dulcet tones.
No, it was great, really good. You're walking across the arena, I recognise that voice. Immediately it's Jamie Whittam. Yeah, fantastic. So
the new Harley Sports though. We said about Harley, didn't we?
We haven't been to Harley yet. No,
okay.
but
Sorry, the photographs are slightly out of sync.
No, that new Sports. I mean, I know that a lot of people aren't keen on it. The traditionalists aren't keen on the Harley Sports, I think. But me personally, I think it was great. Yeah, I mean, it does. Fantastic.
It looked well. But
it's very different to the old.
Radical.
Yeah,
I think that's it. Everything that Harley do generally, there's a familiar sort of feel to it, isn't there? But high sweat pipes and more sports orientated.
Yeah, it's sort of dirt tracker, flat tracker style, isn't it? But I think it looks absolutely fantastic. It's great. And the orange sort of race colour scheme on there, I thought looked absolutely brilliant. Yeah. And also, while we're on the Harley Davidson, the Pan America, the touring bike, massive departure for Harley Davidson.
No,
but, I think I quite liked it, and they seem to be selling them.
Rave reviews, apparently. We've got one coming in part exchange.
We actually have.
No, genuinely Saturday. So who knows? Watch this space.
You see one on the website very soon. KTM, well, nothing to see here really.
Some nice colourways. I like the deep blue, orange, great combo, but nothing new.
Super Ducar, fantastic bike. Adventure S, fantastic bike. Great bikes. Obviously switched to the 890s now. Yeah.
One of our key brands. Really do well with KTM.
Yeah, we do really well with them, and it's good because we haven't got to learn any new bikes, so that's really useful. I think one of the best stands in terms of presentation of the stand and the actual presence, I think, was Kawasaki.
Yeah, they made a big effort.
I mean, there are not loads of new bikes to show, not lots to talk about, but I think the Kawasaki stand was absolutely a thing of beauty. And although you particularly were taken with the Z650 RS.
Well, I think it was a colourway, that lighter metallic green and the gold wheels.
I remember that on the original Z650.
Oh, sucker for gold wheels. It really looked well. really well.
Good looking bike, absolutely. And of course, guys like you've done, they've actually produced the ZXR 750 colour scheme. You've got a ZX10, you can actually have it painted.
Yeah, I do have
ZXR. I think I was on record as saying that I would buy one if they produced it.
And they have. So this is what Darren's had just put a deposit down on.
Sorry, Mrs. Neal. Looks like I'm going to have to buy a new motorbike. So, of course, we mentioned Harley Davidson a moment ago, and it'd be remiss of us not to mention the other American brand, Indian. We've both represented Indian in the past, and actually, I was surprised to see a new Chief.
Yes,
The old Chief, the old 1900 Chief, was a big old bus of a thing, a big, Harley Davidson kind of fat boy type bike, really. But what they've done with it, they've sort of chopped the mudguard off and put some higher handlebars. So it's more like a fat bob now, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. I really liked it. It was a much,
bit of a departure from
departure from that. I thought it was really, really cool. While we're on custom bikes, we may as well talk about the very unusual BMWs.
That was odd as well, wasn't it?
R18s. So there was a range of R18 custom bikes on the BMW stand, and there was one, a particularly weird one, which was, I think it's a Japanese thing with a big tall back seat and the high fairing on it, and really strange looking thing. But
I'm going to be a
nice
bit
to see something different.
Have a look at that with the back rest. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Very strange indeed. But on the BMW stand, they had the new Transcontinental, which is obviously an official BMW R18, which is very much like an Ultra.
Yeah, that paintwork's interesting. Cause that
the
Transcon.
Yeah.
Yes. It had that chroma flare type paint that changes colour.
Oh, okay.
Did you notice it?
No, it's
it does.
Paint.
It was purple, but it changes in a different light. And apparently, bit of useless information, it's absolute fortunes, and it's a white base coat, and it's clear when it goes on.
Oh, okay.
And then the light catches it, and it becomes purple, and it catches it green, purple, red, and it does change.
Do you remember this from the Nissan Almera?
I've got
you know this?
Primera. My demonstrator back in the day with the Nissan Primera was with chroma flare paint. Yes, don't scratch it though. Fortunes.
There you go. BMW R18 with Nissan Primera paint. And it's actually great to see BMW Motorrad adopting the M. Sort of branding, if you like, that's obviously synonymous with BMW cars. I mean, if you've got such a powerful brand as M, why wouldn't you? I guess
the bikes look awesome.
S1000RR, and they're absolutely fantastic things, aren't they? Absolutely mental things. Triumph probably had the most to see, I think, Chris.
It did, yeah. It was a busy stand as well.
Lots of people on Triumph stand. It's always busy.
Yeah,
it's their home market, obviously, and it's always a busy stand. But there was, we have the new 660 range, so the Trident, which has obviously been out a little while, the Tiger 660, and the new Tiger 12, which actually launched today. Which caught us both out, didn't it?
I didn't realise that. No, I didn't know it was actually launched today. But no, it's a great looking bike, and a real blend of Italian styling. Obviously the true tradition of Triumph, and some real cues there from GS. But it's a real robust looking bike.
It is, and it was. When I saw it first, I thought it was 900. I didn't realise it was a 1200. Actually, really small. And if it was as good off road as the old one, then it's a great bike. So actually, have a ridden the old 1200 off road, it's absolutely fantastic. Great, a lot better than you think it should be. Big heavy bike like that. Super. And I hope they do well with that one. But for me, the bike, my bike of the show, and we'll get to your bike of the show in a minute, I think. But my bike of the show was the Speed Triple 1200 RS.
Yeah, that was.
I know I've coughed for a ZX10 apparently, but actually that's probably what I'll be spending my money on, is a Speed Triple 1200 RS. Absolutely stunning, electronic suspension. That's kind of Italian almost styling with the front.
Yeah, that nose cone look amazing.
Yes, absolutely brilliant thing. So I mean, that's my bike of the show. What was your highlight?
I just keep going back to the retro stuff, and I'll tell you what, there was one particular bike, and there's me looking again at my phone for reference because too much to take in for my old grey matter. But let me just tell you, there was a two-stroke 250. Is it Langen?
Oh yeah, the Langen.
Let me find it.
We literally saw it as we were leaving as well, didn't we?
And I took a picture. There it is. Okay.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's got a Suzuki 250 motor. I'm gonna have to show you again. Sorry, but it's a 250 two-stroke, and it weighs nothing, absolutely nothing. But it's a new bike. So what's that about? Do we know?
I don't know. I love the smell of two-stroke in the morning.
Yeah. But that was a stunning thing. So that's the bike of the show for me. Yes.
Yeah, well, that is an unusual one. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Can you register a two-stroke now? Is it allowed?
I've absolutely no idea.
Greta allow that? I don't know. I've no idea.
We'll have to ask her.
Yeah.
One of the strangest things we saw, and apparently Chris actually had to tell me that this was an actual thing back in the day. Well, you're going to have to tell me what it is, because I actually don't know.
Right, yes, I can do that. When
So
we first walked in,
It's a Fantic, is that
the
right?
Fantic chopper from 1976, 50cc. And again, sorry, this is a bit Heath Robinson, as the old saying goes. I have a picture. Here's one we made earlier from that era as well. But it is a 50cc chopper. And it's a moped.
Look at that.
And that was made by Fantic, who only Fantic could make that. And it's on a stand, insurance stand in fact, but Darren wasn't convinced
I
with.
thought it was a special.
No,
Yeah,
it's a thing.
I thought it was a special, but that's
1976.
an actual thing.
Yes.
Easy Rider, I guess.
There we go.
I
There
blame
we go.
Peter Fonda. Yeah, when that's the first thing you see, where do you go from there? But yeah, all in all, I thought a great show. Well worth going if you're thinking of going. Yeah, get yourself along. It was well worth it, and yeah, looking forward to next year, I think.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, long may it continue. Great show. Yeah.
So great. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Thank you.